Greetings, Earthlings, wisdom keepers, wisdom seekers. Welcome back to Wizdom Dropz. You also has my daddy drops of wisdom and savvy cat astrology. Meow. My name is Tonia, and today we are discussing the Aries new moon that just transpired this past Sunday, which will impact you Earth signs for the next month. So we're looking at your horoscope Earth signs. If you are a Taurus, a Virgo, or a Capricorn, then this video is for none other than you. And Earth signs, I'm a little late to put this up, you know what I'm saying? I've been on that Earth sign grind. Like, wow, is it like kind of amazing and kind of annoying at the same time that you Earth sign know exactly what I'm talking about when I say that? Food for thought, people. So stay tuned. And by the way, if you are looking to learn astrology once and for all for yourself, and the force of astrology has called you, and you're like picking up the phone, like, oh shit, I need to really learn this right now because this is just like too much to handle. I need to know astrology. I am offering a course. It starts in May. May. You know what day today is? Is mid-April, yo. We got like a couple more weeks and we're starting this. So make sure you schedule your consultation call in the link down below if you want to connect with me and you want to hear more details about that. I would love to talk to you. Even if you have more questions, that's just my preferred means of communicating and connecting with people. It's just easier and it's nice to be able to have the conversation. So you can do that down below. Awesome. Um, and if you want a reading from me, people who are waiting for me, thank you so much. I appreciate your patience. I've been on the Earth sign grind and you're not forgotten. I'm working away at the list. So thank you very much for your patience. It's just, you know, what it is. I always want to offer the best quality service. So that's where I'm at. And yeah, let's jump into it. I got a freaking astro wheel, everybody. Holy freaking guacamole. This is from Ksenia. If you don't know who that person is, her name is Ksenia Moore. She's this badass astrologer from Australia. And she made these groovy astro wheels. They're so totally cool. The back of it, like that, you can see there, it like spins. Isn't it groovy? It's so groovy. And you can come with all these little it comes with all these magnets so you can like make all these different you know, make the heavens, make the chart. So here I've recreated the chart of the Aries new moon. And you can see we're going to start with, I guess we could be appropriate. Let's start with Taurus. So I'm going to act like y'all are on the ascendant. Okay, Taurus, awesome. Welcome to your astrology reading for the month of April and May 2021. So if you are a Taurus, ascendant, sun, and moon, then this is for you using my super groovy new astro wheel. So Taurus, Aries is going to be in your 12th house. So this is going to be all about new beginnings in terms of your spirituality, in terms of your beliefs, in terms of the subconscious realities that you have in your mind. Okay, when I say beliefs, I mean like undercurrent subconscious beliefs, not beliefs you think about in your mental cranial like prefrontal cortex brain where you're like actually analyzing things. Your subconscious, internalized, embodied beliefs. Okay, and there's a lot of work going on there without your participation or with. How you can meet the next month, Taurus, for the most success: get spiritual, get on your meditation, get on your retreat. The 12th house is known as the joy of Saturn. And this means it's a house, it's a place of retreat and spiritualization and detachment. So I know for you as a Taurus, you're very concerned about attachment. You're concerned with value. You're concerned with possession. Okay, you're being asked to spiritualize all that right now and to understand yourself through the spiritual lens, to understand your life through the spiritual lens. Detach, detach, detach. If there's one word I want Taurus, Ascendant, Sun, and Moon people to remember for the next month, it's detach. Okay, the other thing, and also spiritualize, meditate, 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 not medicate, meditate, because 12th house is again super spiritual, and there's just a stellium in Aries. Look at all those. They got the sun, you got Mercury, you got Venus, okay, and the moon, obviously, because it's a new moon. So this is just like a stellium of like raw energy. And what's even more, where did my Mars and Gemini go? What? I'm so sorry. Mars ain't in Scorpio. Get over here, Mars in Gemini. So Mars is the dispositor of this Aries lunation, okay? And because Aries is ruled by Mars in astrology, so Mars is currently transiting Gemini. And so these planets are switched. You see, Mercury is in the sign of Mars, and Mars is in the sign of Gemini, which is the sign of Mercury. So they're switched in each other's houses. This is called mutual reception. And for you, Taurus, this is going to be impacting your 12th house of spiritual life and your second house of money. So it's almost like there is an inherent value connection here that you have to get out of the value of. And I know that's weird because the North Node is currently in Gemini as well, which means that you're going to be very impacted by the energy of the second house over the next year or so. And we still have some eclipse action that's going to happen on this axis of Gemini and Sag. We ain't out of that yet. You understand? There's eclipses are coming up, baby. You know what I'm saying? It's just really weeks when you think about the timing of everything. It's just, it flies so quick. So anyway, with that said, in order to gain money, Taurus, you're going to want to spiritualize, and you're going to want to understand there's a connection here, but don't spiritualize just for the sake of this. Don't go into the spiritual life like the only reason I'm doing this is to make money. Nah, that ain't going to work like that. You got to follow the Aries je ne sais quoi, follow the spirit, follow the spunk. You got to follow your energy. You follow your spunk, Taurus, your spirit of spunk, your spunky spirit as a Taurus. You know what I'm saying? Because Aries is that energy, and it's in your 12th house, which is all to do with that. You know what I'm saying? Okay, cool. So moving right along. Thanks for the likes, by the way, Taurus. It actually really helps the channel grow, and I appreciate you for that, because, you know, it's cool. It's cool to share. It's cool to be in the spirit of love. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? When I'm giving you all this love, all you can do, you just hit a like button for free. For free. Okay, groovy. Moving right along to Virgo. So if you are a Virgo, ascendant, sun, or moon person, then this is for you, baby. All right, Virgo, this is going to be in your 8th house. So your new moon is happening in the 8th house of Aries for you. I know a Virgo out there who watches our content, and you have been going through some shiza, my friend. So I am sad to hear that. I know all about it. And you know what? It's going to be okay, because I'm going to tell you why. 8th house is new beginnings, and it's new beginnings from death. And I started to respond to you in a comment about this too. But like, it's death, and you know, in order for anything new to happen, if you think about it, look at a seed. You know what I'm saying? No, think about it. Don't check out on me, Virgo. You're a Virgo. Listen to this earth wisdom for a second. It's true shit. Think of a seed. You understand how a seed works, Virgo? It literally is an embryo that's alive inside of a thing called a cotyledon, and all the cotyledon is this mushy gushy. You can think of it like a marshmallow package. You know what I'm saying? And around that is a seed coat. Those are the 3 main components of a seed. In order for that seed to grow, that embryo that is the living organism amidst this seed structure, right? It has to burst through the cotyledon and break through the seed coat, and then proceeds to eat the cotyledon in that process. It eats part of its casing, it eats part of itself. Do you understand the transformative theme within that? And guess what's written in between every step of the process? Death. 8th house. That seed is new at the same time. Why is it new? How is it new? Because it killed part of itself. And that's not to say it killed itself. No, I'm saying it killed part of itself. So 8th house, Virgo, is all about that. Where are you eliminating? Where are you letting go? Where are you severing in order to grow something new, in order to be something new, Virgo? That is the 8th house in the highest vibration. So if you think about this 8th house in Aries for you as a Virgo, you know what I'm saying? Whew, that's a new beginning in terms of your whole what it comes down to is where Mars is, where Mars is disposited, which is your 10th house career. So I think a lot of Virgos might have actually lost their job or be losing their job, and it has something to do with your long-term career legacy, Virgo, and you're changing your career because this is the 10th house of Gemini, where Mars is the ruler of the Aries new moon, understand? So your career is going through massive energizing shifts, and the North Node is there. Do not forget, the North Node is in Gemini at this moment in time. So this is all about new beginnings in that career and legacy. Career is big picture. It ain't one job. Maybe it's one job plays a nice big part of a career, Okay, maybe one job is a nice cherry on the cake of a career, but it ain't the career. No part is the whole of a career, of a 10th house influence. Okay, so think about that. Whatever is dying right now in the 8th house for you, think about that in terms of what your long-term legacy is, Virgo. If it is you're losing somebody or something, it was that time for that to end. It was the time for that to end. It's a new moon in the 8th house. You understand? It's a new beginning from death, 8th house. It's Phoenix shit. It's the seed. Be the seed, Virgo. Be the seed. And focus on the legacy, no matter what your problem is with this 8th house. And I know it can range, okay? 8th house touches everything that is death. You know what I mean? It can range. And each chart is individual and has its own influences. But whatever the issue is, whatever you're losing, focus on the career, focus on the legacy. Even if work ain't got diddly piddly to do with it, what is your legacy? What are people going to know you for when you go? That's 10th house. Focus on your reputation, Virgo. If you got some shit thrown at you, focus on how to polish it. You're a Virgo. You know how to compost. You know what I'm saying? So I hope that helps. I know it felt maybe a bit Marsy of me, but you know, I understand it's from a place of care, Virgo, and you of all signs understand the notion of improvement and functionality. So I wanted to share that with you as a means of meeting your current circumstances. Okay? You're an earth sign. We ain't got time for no bullshit. We're practical people. All right, moving on. Moving on to Capricorn. Capricorn ascendant, sun, or moon people. This video is for you. This portion. Oh yeah, Gemini, thanks for Gemini. Virgo, thank you for liking the video. Everybody, thanks for liking the video. It helps the channel grow. It's a good way to say thank you for making this content for you. So thank you for those of you who like it. Okay, so Capricorn, this new moon is happening in your 4th house. Holy guacamole, baby, this is a angular house. Angular houses are big fucking deal houses, dun, 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 because they make up the foundation of your chart. So as a Capricorn, the 4th house is going to have everything to do with your internalized anchor point. The 4th house is where you root yourself into. It's where you feel stable, and it's the legacy that you inherited, not the legacy you're making, the legacy you've inherited. So it's who and where and what realities and foundational truths you hold as a core Capricorn. So for you at this point in time, specifically, you're getting a new beginning in realizing, what is it I foundationally hold? What is it about my childhood that I am reflecting on now that's totally different? And I have to remake it. I have to redefine it. I have to reshape it. Where is the new foundational fundamental beginning going on for you? Right now, Capricorn, it's happening. There is a deep seated, almost subconscious level baseline reality that you've accepted and functioned on, 4th house, new moon, and Aries this whole time. And you are now being called to redefine it. Mercury, as if a new moon ain't poetic enough for that symbology alone, Mercury, ding, 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 is also at the table at that 4th house. And Mercury is the planet of strategy, problem solving, planning, okay, plotting in a certain type of way, problem solving. Mars is also the dispositor of this, and that is in Mercury's sign. So there is a plotting quality to this Mercury in the 4th house. Now this Mars is disposited in your 6th house, Capricorn. You see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this is all about your habits. Something to do with your habits is formed from childhood. Something to do with your habits is from this foundational reality that you grew up in, that you grew up around. You understand? Something about your health and wellness and how you would treat food, how you practice anything that is a habit, and also grunt work at work, grunt work at home. Everybody got to do the dishes and take out the trash. You understand? That's the 6th house. So if you are a Capricorn, you're having that type of engagement with some foundational truth here and realization. And a lot of times the 6th house is to deal with where we are enslaved. So where do we enslave ourselves? Where do we impose ourselves limitation? And you're being asked to liberate, Capricorn. You just got through a huge eclipse cycle over the last couple of years. You just got through Saturn in your 1st house. And guess where Saturn is now, Capricorn? It ain't totally done with you. It's in your 2nd house. It's in your self-worth house right here. of Aquarius, and you're redefining abundance, you're redefining what you possess, you're redefining how you value yourself, okay, Capricorn. And so all of this is in this larger context of the massive cycle. Saturn ain't truly done with you yet, because Saturn is in your second house. It's done with you in that it ain't coming back into your sign, but the second house is very it's literally very valuable to the first house, and it's still a Saturn ruled sign. So it's almost like you, as a Saturn ruled sign, you're still elevated, just as Aquarius was elevated when Saturn was in its other sign, Capricorn. It's like your dignity also improves, and whatever Saturn does, it also reflects on you. And so for you, it's really important in the long term, the next year, or more, the next 2 years, really, you're dealing with redefinition of valuing yourself and how you approach your finances and how you approach what you possess, Capricorn. So think about that when I say something to do with your childhood and how you grew up, something to do with your foundational inherited truths that you were born with, that you were grown around within. What soil did you anchor yourself in? Get metaphorical with it as a child. You're being asked to figure something about that out. And yeah, you can show value, give that value, because Venus is there. You should value it. Take what is worth valuing, leave what isn't. Because Venus in Aries is kind of burnt, and therefore it has some not so desirable qualities indicated to us through its transit here. And it's indicating in the fourth house. This is about less than pleasant relationships, perhaps, um, in regard to abuse, because Aries can have quite a temper, and it can relate to femininity because Venus is the planet of siblings that are feminine and mothers. So think about that. It could have to do with value and like money, monetary value, Venus, and the home and how one treats money in the home. It could have something to do with an independently beautiful spark of a feminine creature being, like a grandmother, a mother, a father who is more maternal, anything like that, a bigger sister in the home who is divinely uniquely themselves, who had a big impact on you, because Aries is the je ne sais quoi sign, the like, I have an identity, I'm unique, I'm sparkling and dazzling and a starlet, and Venus in Aries has this very starlet vibration. So it could be about that type of archetype you grew up with. Whoever it is that I'm describing, it's from your foundational childhood roots, your most innermost, grew up with it foundational roots, okay? Capricorn. So think about that in context of how you want to meet this, how you want to approach this lunation. When you think about the sixth house, there's something with your habits and your health, and your regimens, and where you keep yourself mentally, emotionally, spiritually enslaved. Two different means of meeting the world. Or also your work environment has been impacted by this, and you're called to learn more about your roots so that you can apply that somehow in your work environment on the day to day. And I don't need to tell you, as a Capricorn, you're always thinking about career, but Libra is your 10th house, Capricorn. And interestingly enough, Libra's ruler is Venus, which is in this fourth house. So whatever you as a Capricorn initiate right now for your almost like social emotional purging, new moon in Aries in the fourth house, social emotional real connect with where you come from. Okay, almost the more like work you do there, the more you can dedicate yourself to being uniquely redefiant of what this means to you. Everything I described, you need to define this for yourself and be unique and proud in it, and understand that this is what you need it to be, and that you are this way here because of the good, or because of the hurt, or because of all of it. New moon in Aries, it's uniquely yourself, and it can be complex, but you know what, it's a star. So think of it as a star for yourself. Like, this is the birth of a star. When you tell yourself whatever story is going on with that fourth house, this is how a star is born. And with that Venus 10th house planet being in that fourth house, everything you do here, this internal social emotional roots heritage work, it will reflect here in career and legacy, because the new moon is with Venus, the new moon is with the ruler of your 10th house. You understand, Capricorn? Ain't astrology cool? You want to learn with me for real, for real? I got a course. It starts in May. You can schedule a consultation call with me down below. Groovy. With that said, thank you to everybody who likes this video, comments, supports this channel in any way, shape, or form. Thank you to everybody for your scheduling of your calls, your readings, just all the good vibes on the internet from Wizdom Dropz community people. So yeah, with that said, I hope you have a great month ahead. And through next time, until next time, may the stars be with you. Peace.